So for example, who will use the Gmail application users? So for example, you have, so IRBC has developed an application. So you want to use that application. Then what you will do? So here we don't have option to create one. Then what you will do? You are the admin. Then what you will do? You have to create the users. In the service now, everything will be stored in the table format. Table is nothing but rows and columns. That's good. So user will be stored in the user format, and we will call those as a record. For example, this Ravia equals this Ravia. It's a Karthik record. It's some XYZ record, XYZ person. We will call it as XYZ record that way. So this was fine. The next thing. So whatever our goal is, we have to create one user for this one. So this is called left navigation. So this is called navigation filter is there. No or not this one? You have seen, but you should know what is that one. Okay. So this we will call as a left navigation. In the left navigation, so we have to set the keyword. So first thing one, what you have to do. So whenever you are using on laptop is user has your work. So you have received a laptop from user brother. So first thing what you should know. Whenever, so you know what is a CAD. So for example, you are learning CAD. So then what you should know? Command. Sorry, no, before that, command, that was everything is known. So and which version of CAD you are working, that you should know. So whenever you are opening ServiceNow, whenever you seen that CAD, you usually identify. So this belongs to which one or which one. Or else, for example, if the user you are belong, so whenever you are logged into the ServiceNow instance, they will give a user ID or password. You will log into ServiceNow. Then what you should know? You should identify which version of ServiceNow you are using. That you should know. How you should know? If it is a window, whenever opening a Windows laptop, it will show Windows 7, 8 like this. So then we can easily understand. But here it was very different. It's a cloud-based application. It is going to, if you want to go to this in the navigation, search the keyword stats. Search the keyword stats system diagnostics and click on the stats. Here it will show. So this is our instance name 1477755. Yeah, when it was created June 15th today at 8 a.m. Today morning. So maybe it was showing the PST time zone right now. Right now in the California it was 7:08. Let's see. Yeah, 7. So it was showing that it was the time zone was the PST time zone. It was showing that time zone. You can see same time. Okay. So what is the build name? Geneva. So build tag is nothing but what are the latest patch. So here you got a build tag is nothing but Geneva. So Geneva has came from the one 2015. Sorry, 2015 August. So before that there is no Geneva. They are using up to Fuji only. So they have a patch. What is the patch? For example, they have developed one application Geneva. So is it 100% flexible? There may be chance of some errors and bugs. There may be chance. Then what they will do? The development team will try to resolve those patch issues, and they will receive one patch. Patch is nothing but one type of upgrade. So like that is the latest patch we have. So patch 11. So instance number, instance ID, these are all the normal details. So what is IP address? Let's see. So you can go to what is our IP address, login address also it will display sometimes. Let's see. You can go to here. What is my IP? So maybe I think this instance and which server that IP address you are showing. So let's see. You can go to IP lookup. You can go to the IP locker. Have you seen the earlier this one? So this is our instance IP address. You will know on which area this was. So they have hidden. They have hidden. They are not open these details. Forget about this one. So this is the basic things. So if you don't want to search here, you want to directly going to go. How you can go? So here if I searched here stats, I'm able to search it. But if you don't know what is the keyword, you have to search it. But you should know which version of ServiceNow you are using. How you should know? Have you understand the question? Yes. So whenever I have done stats, so I'm able to do it. But yeah, when I enter the keywords, it was directly going to this one. If I not, what I can do? So I don't want to enter here. You don't know that if you enter stats, then it will be visible. But you don't know that command. Then what you will do? First only will go in the. No, I'm asking. So when you enter here, so you are able to go to the stats path. You don't know this one. This is the blank one. You don't know. Then if you enter a stat, then it will be visible. You don't know that one. Then what one? What do you do? No, when you go to the here, you can see here. Most of the way you can copy paste and you can observe it one. Mostly you can copy paste and you can observe. You have to navigate one. There is a less scripting, but more navigations. You have to remember the navigation. You can see when you click on the stats, it got the system on. This we call the application menu. These are the modules. I will tell you later how to create these are the modules, how to link up them. Okay, you don't need to worry that one. So here you have created the stats. So if you don't want to go to the stats, system diagnostics. Here we have the stats here. Slides. You got it? So this is the one. Next thing. So this was fine. Next, what is our goal? We have to create a one user for this one. So if you want to go to the users, system security, users, click here. So there's a problem too. Yeah. So these are this is the demo data. So by default there are 560 users are there. This was the demo data. So this is a demo is already available. So these are the called record. This is a user table. So simply if you want to create a new record, click on the new. So when you click on the new, so these are the user table fields. So user ID, what is the user ID? No, what is the user ID? Is nothing. User ID is nothing but it's a login ID. What is the login ID? So I'm just making. Is correct. So first name. These are the basic details. First name. So title is nothing but designation. So if you are employee of any company, it will have some developer, admin, some tester, some manager, some assistant professor. So there are some different. So you have to select this one. So I'm just giving as a junior developer. Okay. So department. What is the department? So you will belong to some other department. It will be some IT department, sales, product. So I'm just giving IT. And password. Password we have to create. So I'm just giving 1, 2, 3. Here we have option password need to reset. What is that meaning? Password need to reset. What is that meaning? So you are giving the permanent password here. So why they have given this button? Do you have a bank account? You don't have. That's not good. So whenever, uh, for example, I am the end user. I am the admin. So I have created user creations for you, and I have shared with you. I know your username. I know your password. I can do anything. I will. Can I able to log in with your user account? I know your username. I know your Facebook username and password. How you can change it? So how you will find it? That means whenever we have given the password need to reset true. Once the user has entered username and password, it will ask user has to change the password, or else it will not allow that user to log into the portal. You can see any bank, internet banking, any bank, they will give some temporary password. If the user has to change it, then it will be applicable. Have you observed anywhere? Have you seen? You can see here. If you want to, next time when you have in bank, you can verify. So there, the basic funda was this was, but they will call different terminology. That is a different story. But this was the basic thing. Password is resetted. So logged out and active true I will show you later. Here we have the web services access thing, but if you want to user has given the web services access, that I will tell you later what is the web services one. So we can give the that one we have to give it. So if any internet integration we can give it. That's fine. Here we have to give the email. What is the email? Email is nothing but what is the email of this particular user. This was fine. After that, notification. What is the notification? Hi. Is there? So we will discuss later. Notification. What is the notification? What is the notification? So whenever you have purchased anything in online, so you will receive an email notification, and or you will receive some message also from the mobile. So that is called as notification. If you want to end user go to the notification, you should enable it or you can disable it. If you user want to receive the notification, enable. If you don't want to, you can disable it. So next, calendar integration. If you want to integrate with the calendar, you can give it. So time zone. Time zone belongs to which time zone? How you have given this one IST? IST by default will not give. How you have given? That's good. Date format. What is the date format? So DDMM, what is the format you want to display that user? And business phone number is nothing but desk number, mobile phone number and photo. Once you have entered all the details, click on the submit. So now what happened? You have created a user account for Stravia. Now what is your next goal? So you want to open the Stravia record. Click here. Whatever users has contained assets, it will show. It will be very long. Or else it was the last updated. You can click here. It will show on the first one. Now what you have to do is you have to verify this user credentials for this one. Is it correct or not? What you will do? Now what you will do? So if you how will you verify? So you don't want to log out with the admin account. How will you verify? So do you know incognito window? Service in the Google Chrome. Incognito window will work as a new browser. So this one on, and what is your user ID? Just copy and here and password is 123. And you click on the login here. Current password. So 123. So it was asking to change the password, or else it will not allow the user to. This is the user password, need to reset. 123 4. Submit here. So this was the end user page. So yesterday you have changed the year to 15 to 16, 15 to 16. But here when you click here, end user is don't have any options. He has very less options because only admin can do these all the things. Okay, you can see here many of modules will not came. When you click on the stats, it will not be visible because in the ServiceNow, depending upon users as well, will give the application access to them. So this was fine. So this is the advantage of password zone. When you just refresh or reload this form, it will automatically disappear. Once the user has changed the password, it will automatically disappear. You got it? So here this was fine. After this was we have active, true and logged out. What is this to active, true, active, false? What is active, true, active, false? So sometimes if the user has resigned or terminated from the company, then if the user is active, he can do anything. So sometimes they will give at the time they will give the active is false. Now I am just making active is false. So for your password is 1234. Shravya is username and the password is 1234. Let's see. See here. Shravya, the password is 123. When you click here, it will not be allowed to user to log into the portal. So when you click here, because active true, if the active true is true, it automatically false. So I'm just making active is true. Let's see what happens. So copy. The password is 1234. Now we are able to log into one. Why you are able to log into one? Here we have the active is true. You got it? This is the basic fundamental of creation of user records. So next thing what you have to do, this was fine. If you don't want to enter this one, this navigation filter, just go to the here, system security, system security. So in the system security, so you will find users and groups. So how many types of users in ServiceNow? Basically, general. You remember? In the ServiceNow there are three types of users is there. The first one is the ESS users. ESS is nothing but employee services who are they are the end users of ServiceNow who doesn't have any permissions for that one. They will use application as it is. They cannot do anything on that one. That means they cannot modify or editing anything on. But they can enter the data. They will use our application like Paytm. So and the second thing was the ITIL users. ITIL users are nothing but they have some special permissions to do the some work on some tickets. That means, so whenever the ESS user has raised the tickets, these ITIL users will work on that one. That's it. So next thing was the third one is the admin. What is the admin will do? So he can do anything on that one. That means he can do modifications if any configuration item has changed, or if any email notification has to configure, or else if any customization has to, like any script has written, any work item has to move from the development to testing or production. So the admin will do. So this is the main advantage. So in the ServiceNow, the main importance is the roles. So depending upon the roles, we will give the application access. So you can see here. So when you go to the users, click on the roles. Here, these are all by default roles. There are 136 roles is there. So you have to read out then what is the activity underscore admin will do. And you remember this one? I think you are not studying. I know. She was Rashekar cousin. So activity underscore admin, why he can do this one. So you have to remember there are total 136 roles here there. You have to remember this all the things. So for the best practice, you can read out 10 per day. It will take maximum of 2 weeks. You can learn it. So you can read what is activity underscore admin will do. Now come to the user. So Savia user has any permissions for that one? We have not given any application access to him. She is a end user. Now we want to give some user criteria, some roles and response roles we have given. In the ServiceNow, roles is the very important. It was a very small thing, but it is very crucial role. So here, so this Savia. So if you want to add anyone, just click on here, edit. So this is we call as a slush bucket. So please remember this terminology. This will call as a slush bucket. In the slush bucket, simply I want to give the user as a ITL role. If I want to give ITL, so this is all. I'm just giving ITL role. I'm just only giving ITL role. Just click on the save. So what was the message? Can you read out? That means view change, adding role view underscore change it to user Savia and adding role temporary underscore editor user Savia. Why these roles and I have given only one role, but why these additional two roles has came? So you can see here role, the status was active, state was, and inheritance. What you know what is the inheritance? If you are deriving from one to another, it's called as inheritance. So it was directly come, that why inheritance is false. So this temporary editor has directly is not came. So you can see here role inheritance map. Click on the here role inheritance map. That means this role was how came to this particular user. Savia has a role IDL, IDL has a sub role, template underscore 8. That means IDL is a parent role, these two are the child roles. If the parent role has come to one, child roles will come automatically. So that means, so this was come. This view changer also has came like this one. So this role into the map coming from the version of Geneva. So before that there is no option. So when you click remove this one, you can see here Savia, ITL, view underscore change. So this one. Okay. So how it will come? So if I remove this ITL role, what happens? If I remove that ideal parent role, these are will automatically remove. So these are called, these ideal is what are the available roles by default within the ServiceNow. Those are called out of box roles. Out of box is nothing but which was given by ServiceNow. So apart from this, we will create a roles for us. So those we will call as a custom roles. So now I'm just click on the new. I'm just creating one role. I'm just making develop. So will I'll show you what is the advantage of later. So by default was false, you can give false. So for the developers. So just making. So now we have created a one role called develop. So let's see. So this role has created a develop. Now what is we have to do? So in the develop, so now I am just adding this role to the user Savia. So let's see. So you can say what is the role we have created? Develop. So I'm just adding this one. So user has it. Here the inheritance was false. Why? Why this inheritance was false? Because this was not direct. This was directly came. That's why it was coming as inheritance false. So simply, so in the develop there may be chance of sub roles also came, like the Java develop and .NET develop. There are some different roles. Let's see. I'm just creating a develop role in the child role. So let's see what happens. So contains role is nothing but, so we are adding a new role. Applications. What are the applications will be? I will show you later for applications modules. So contains roles. I'm just creating a new sub role in this one. I'm just adding a Java developer. Will be available for Java developers. So let's submit. So what happens? What was the message? Yeah, why this Java developer has come to Stravia account? Because this is the parent, develop is a parent role. So in that we are adding Java develop is a child role. That means the parent role, if the user has parent role, after that we have created a child role, that will automatically come. But so when you open this one, just go to the user account, click on the Stravia. You can see here Stravia. You can see develop Java. Click on the role inheritance map. As you can see here, Stravia has the user develop Java develop role. You understand? But now this was you understand. Now I am just removing role develop here. Let's see what happens. So now the role was removed to the right now. Stravia doesn't have any role. Now I am just adding to the Java develop role to the user Stravia. Let's see what happens. Okay, click on here. So will that parental will come? Develop or not? Will come or not? Will not come. So this was. After that, in the Java develop, if you add any sub role, it will come. You got it? So this was. So you have any queries related to users and roles? I will not continue the long session. So till now, today topics. You have any queries? You can let me know. Any doubts for today topic? So now tomorrow task. Create a user 10 users and verify pass one into reset active true and logged out false, active false, and verify pass one into true option, active false, logged out true. These three options, and logged out automatically true will be the active is false. Active is false, logged out is automatic. Logged out is nothing but user has locking out. So for example, if you entered 3 to 4 times password is wrong, automatically that user is logged out. When you go to any US website, sorry, locked out and active logged out true or false, active true or false, and pass one need to say true or false. There is three options you have to verify. Okay. After that, create a 10 roles. In the 10 roles, 5 is the custom, 5 is the parent role, 5 is the child roles. So and verify. If the parent role has came, how the user will came. What was the role set? The child role has came the user, what was it? After that, parent role, child role. After there is one and more grandchild. Developer, Java developer. In the Java developer, you will get some JDSC developer site something. So you can verify all the things like from the child role. First you can give the last which you have given. Okay, that means grandchild role. After that, child role. After that, parent role. Like that you can verify. Then you can easily understand. If you have any question, you can ask me tomorrow in next class. Okay. We'll leave for the day. So we'll meet on tomorrow at same time, 7 p.m. Thank you.